channel. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, welcome. Glad you can be here. So this track, man, Jam Baxter, the Stump, has been requested forever. And as you all know, I threw it out there on a poll on the YouTube channel. And this is the one that won out. It's produced by Chemo Last Japan. And this is the first time I've heard anything from Last Japan, I believe. So this track, man, is 5 minutes and 22 seconds, which is a friggin' eternity when it comes to a Jam Baxter song, because that guy can make a 1 minute song and we'll be here for an hour trying to take it apart. So I'm going to try to make this track or this video not super long, but I'm going to do my best to listen to what he has to say and do my thing with it. The good, the thing about Jam, man, is you can unpack his lyrics 10 different ways and we'd all still be wrong. So let's jump in and see how he's going to melt my mind today. It's like, I think I'm envisioning like these war drums. This is the first time I've ever heard this type of drumming in any kind of hip hop song, man. This is pretty sweet.
All seems quiet, guess they're gonna ram it out later. My walls were dividing, flesh like handfuls of old newspaper. Some foul smell ring.
You see what I mean? Like, my worlds are divided, flesh of my hands like old newspaper. I mean, we've all seen old newspaper, right? It's wrinkled and it goes yellow after a while, and kind of pale yellow. It gets brittle. Then he says, some foul smell wrinkles the fat red face of a cocktail waiter. It's like, Jesus, we're 35 seconds in. He's, what, 3 bars in, and he's already, damn it.
My walls were dividing, flesh like handfuls of old newspaper. Some foul smell wrinkles the fat red face of the cocktail waiter. He sneezed out 7 more bar staff scuttling around at rats and Fantasia.
He sneezed out more bar staff. So when I think of sneezing, it's like a virus. And there he is, like he's looking at a petri dish there, and it looks like something like the virus and stuff like that. Cells dividing and all those kinds of things. So like when I'm thinking sneezing out virus, so is that how he's kind of looking at the bar staff? Is that their virus? They're more of a virus than people. They're there just pouring down booze down people, taking their money, making them sick. Is that the way he's looking at it? I'm not too sure. Oh, shit.
Sneezed out 7 more bar staff scuttling around at rats and Fantasia.
I'm gonna turn this up a bit. It's too low. There we go.
It's all filling up. Some kid boys whole past with him. That's him from 2012 with the meth labs there and the sour cream filling. That's him from his teen, got a lipstick face. We all thought he went missing. 12 more at the back bar grinning. Me and her sat there chilling.
Man, that freaking visual is insane. There's that kid with like the meth lab stare and the sour cream filling. Well, I mean, we all know that stare, man. I'm pretty sure we all have that person in our lives, or at least at one point of our lives, or we knew somebody like that. But that sour cream feeling, like his insides are just spoiled. They've gone bad. Nothing good is left inside. I mean, I know sour cream is good, but like sour, I'm just thinking sour is the word there. And then we all thought he went missing, like his black lipstick wearing time. We all thought he went missing. I don't know if he's meaning like, I'm almost wondering if he's talking about himself a little bit that way too. He went through that goth phase, and we all thought that part of him was gone. But now that he sees that kid, now he sees himself in that same goth stage. Yeah, when he goes missing, he would have made his way through it. Not necessarily missing as he was murdered and thrown in a ditch, never found. But yeah, but this went missing as in terms of went through the phase, got through it, and they never thought they would get back to it, I'm thinking.
By midnight, she'd had a few kids, by 7, she'd had a bunch more, it was jarring. They chewed our kneecaps under the table and picked our shins, left deep red scarring. At 2 a.m, 10 of my twins pulled up in three-wheelers and snuck through a side door, lined up behind me, ready to swap seats instead of a lost freak. That's the key, that's to die for.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll be honest, I have no idea what the hell he's trying to go with the kid part. But I love that aspect of 12. I think he said 12 of his twins showing up, and like basically get in the line, waiting to take the seat. And I can take that two ways, man. Like I'm thinking, going up to the bar and stuff like that, and you know, trying to impress a woman that's at the bar. And then you just know there are other guys lingering around, waiting for their chance. If you strike out, they're going to be, they'll sneak their way in, they'll worm their way in, and they'll take their chance or their turn at trying to get this woman in bed. So I don't know if he's meaning that, where there's just 12 people just like him, and that's why he's calling them twins, or it really is his twin. So like 12 versions of himself, because we all have multiple versions of the self that we've lived our lives. And we're all different people. I'm a different person tomorrow, hopefully, than I am today. Hopefully better, not necessarily always the case. But I wonder if that's what he means too. There's 12 versions of himself just waiting, you know, to take the chair where he's sitting in now. And that makes sense too, because at the very beginning, I think he said, my world is dividing, or my world's dividing. So that would make sense too.
Through a side door, lined up behind me, ready to swap seats instead of a lost freak. That's the key, that's to die for. Damn. She kept snake cakes in a silver purse. Now let's all multiply till the building bursts. He could have filled the church with shades of himself, all kneeling in prayer as hundreds of stained glass scenes from his childhood spin around our 6 feet in the air.
What a friggin' visual. I love it, Jam. Friggin' genius. He could fill a church of shades of himself kneeling in prayer. So like all the times that he's knelt in prayer and asked God to help him, and he could fill a church, man. He's prayed so many times. He's asked for forgiveness or asked for help, or even screaming at God and calling him an asshole. All those amount of times he's done that, he could fill an entire church. And then stained glass, which is church, stained glass images of his childhood, just like swirling around them. Man, that imagery is so amazing, because like I'm 46 years old, man, and I still carry shit from my childhood, and it clings on you like stink. And you know, that's what an amazing freaking visual.
Prayer was hundreds of stained glass scenes from his childhood spin around our 6 feet in the air. Told him to hide in the trunk. Never mind me, I'm drunk. Swarm of people around us, millions of twinkling eyes in his dump. If you wanna be by yourself, you should've said that right from the jump. But when you saw off the left hand, then you're gonna slice off the right with a stump.
When you saw off the left hand, how you... My goodness. What? I'm still not 100% sure what he means, where he's going with that, but so true, man. If you chop off the one hand, how the hell are you gonna get this hand off? If you wanted to be alone, oh man, I'm sure he's gonna make it. Maybe not, but I'm sure it's gonna become more clear. I'm struggling with this, the meaning right now. But man, what a way of saying that. How you gonna chop off? Basically, how you gonna chop off the one hand if you chop off the other? Just amazing, freaking poetry again by Jam.
Soul off the left hand, then you're gonna slice off the right with a stump. You're gonna slice off the right with a stump. Then you're gonna slice off the right with a stump.
These friggin' drums.
Yeah. How you gonna? Yeah. How you gonna strap? Yeah. Rumor has it I'm still in the wild wriggling.
All right, hang on a second. You know I love beat switches, and what they did here is amazing. And then friggin' in comes Jam. He's gonna do a little bit of double time here for us. This friggin' song.
Yeah. Rumor has it I'm still in the wild wriggling, tugging my teeth out in the Vietnamese chemist. The sun on my back, staggering, fleeing the green menace. Pulling my brain out and deleting the clean edits. Squeezing the days, drying and eating the sweet relish. The sputtering heat, melting the skin on my scalp, bubbling, rattling guns, firing a million rounds up at him. Guessing they all still ain't forgiving him, how troubling. No.
Okay, I'm bringing that all the way back. Because so much happened in that, what, 3-4 bars, man? So much freaking happened. The last part where he's talking about firing bullets up at him, are they talking about God in terms of that? And I gotta hear it again.
Yeah. Rumor has it I'm still in the wild wriggling, tugging my teeth out in the Vietnamese chemist. The sun on my back, staggering, fleeing the green menace. Pulling my brain out and deleting the clean edits. Squeezing the days, drying and eating the sweet.
I'm liking that part too. Basically pulling out his brain and deleting the clean edits. Now is that his memories, like cleaning out his memories? Everyone's memory is kind of shitty anyway. They always remember things a little bit differently than they actually happened. So maybe that's what he's talking about, like mucking, like getting deleted, the things that he remembers a certain way, or things that he remembers, you know, I guess the good memories or things that he's able to hang on to or whatever, and is deleting those from his memory, from his mind.
Fleeing the green menace, pulling my brain out and deleting the clean edits. Squeezing the days, drying and eating the sweet relish. The sputtering heat, melting the skin on my scalp, bubbling, rattling guns, firing a million rounds up at him. Guessing they all still ain't forgiving him, how troubling. No. Lies. I'm on my ones at the table, tucking in my napkin. Yeah. I'ma eat all night while the walls are collapsing. Yeah. Blood red, everything matching. Yeah. Reptile eggs in the cold air hatching. Yeah.
This is the second time now he's brought up reptile eggs. She had him in the purse at the beginning. Now they're in the cold air hatching. Does that mean like snakes is in the UK hip hop world is often used as like snakes in the grass? You know, basically something to watch out for. They're the ones that will tell you one thing, screw you over. So is that kind of what he's getting at? Is all these people that are going to screw him over are hatching now? Ones who don't have his best interests in mind.
Reptile eggs in the cold air hatching. Yeah. We lived our lives like sci-fi epics. Yeah. Just my name 3,000 times on the credits. Yeah. We were pills like shotgun pellets. Yeah.
Man, is that a dig at big pharma there? And doctors and it seems like everything nowadays is there's a pill for it. It's like we're lived our life like sci-fi ethics. And it gets into the pills. It's a pill for everything. Happiness, make you skinny, make you not so busy. I like that idea too, like calling like shotgun pellets, because that's something that could kill you, damage you in many ways, put holes in you. And he's comparing the bullets as shotgun bullets. You know, just showing how pills and drugs and everything can kill you, making that analogy.
Yeah. Just my name 3,000 times on the credits. Yeah. We were pills like shotgun pellets. Yeah. And after a while, we were just selling on stunt doubles, the parties in red capes, the tug of the night sinners, slipping in mud, dribbling blood in the wine spritzers, coming back with a skull and a couple of nice pictures.
Oh my God. So basically, he's sending your stunt doubles to parties. So it's like, it's not really you going to these parties. We're just sending in a version of ourselves, man. Our stunt double is something like you're putting yourself at harm, or somebody will put themselves in harm instead of you. Instead of the actor, the main actor, stunt double goes in. But we're sending our own stunt doubles in. So it's like we're not really being ourselves. We're sending. There's a version of me to go out that's going to do the drugs and do the hard party. He's going to make the bad decisions, and we come back with. It's talking about big blood in the wine splitters. And he's like coming back with a skull and a couple nice pictures. I'm trying to think of a skull coming back with a skull. I'm thinking, like, is he talking about maybe, coming back with a woman, bringing her home, and really, I don't know if that's what he's meaning by that, but then a couple nice pictures. So you got some pictures on your phone from the night before that you really don't remember. Yeah, man, this is deep shit.
The night sinners, slipping in mud, dribbling blood in the wine spritzers, coming back with a skull and a couple of nice pictures. All these plastic figures appearing out of the cupboards. I just rang the bell and greeted the shivering shop dummy. In every possible futurist stuck on the spinning wheel, she just pushed a little hand on the buzzer and got lucky. Sir, these extra faces cost money. I spent a week grinning and burnt a full tank. He surrounded himself.
All these extra faces cost money. He's talking about plastic faces in the cupboards. A shivering shop dummy, so that would be like a mannequin. So again, is that like this fakeness that we put on? Women like do themselves up in makeup. Guys put on this bravado. It's all this fakeness. It's not really us all the time. We're just putting out versions of ourselves, constantly different versions all the time. So I just ring the bell and I'm greeted a shivering shop dummy. So this is a mannequin, a fake person standing there enters the door.
Possible futurist stuck on the spinning wheel. She just pushed a little hand on the buzzer and got lucky. Sir, these extra faces cost money. I spent a week grinning and burnt a full tank. He surrounded himself with himself and then sat there waiting for one to pull rank.
Surrounded himself with himself and basically waited around for one to pull rank. So again, tons of different versions of yourself, man. All these lives we've lived inside of this one life. And he's surrounded himself with himself, meaning that he's got all these different versions of himself. And he's just waiting to see which one of himself is going to be the one that comes forward and is on display at that party or wherever he is. I'm guessing that's what he's talking about, being at a party or a bar or whatever. Yeah, man, he's just waiting for one of them to step up and be the one that takes center stage. And that's the jam at this party. I wonder if that's what he's getting at.
Full tank. He surrounded himself with himself and then sat there waiting for one to pull rank. Trouble in the end is debauchery and depravity behind us, all the troubles remembering every minute. But no one's gonna turn up and hand you a tiny island with a single deck chair in the center of the Pacific. Wait, yeah. Never mind me, I'm drunk. Swarm of people around us, millions of twinkling eyes and it's dumb. If you wanna be by yourself, you should've said that right from the jump. But when you're sawing off the left hand, are you gonna slice off the right with a stump? Wait.
Okay, so if you want to be alone, that's fine. You should just set it off at the jump. So basically, it's like if you remove yourself from this society, you just want to be alone. You want to become like a hermit kind of idea. Lock yourself away. Which is like can be debilitating and hurt and very destructive mentally on somebody. It can lead to depression and all that kind of shit. And if that's the case, it's like, if you end up chopping off your left hand, how are you going to continue your self-destruction if you can't finish that self-destruction if with this stump you now have to cut off your right hand. so friggin' deep. I'm probably way friggin' off, but
right from the jump. But when you're throwing off the left hand, are you gonna slice off the right with a stump? Wait, yeah. Never mind me, I'm drunk. Swarm of people around us, millions of twinkling eyes in this dump. If you wanna be by yourself, you should've said that right from the jump. Should've said that right from the jump.
This might be the most, I don't know what word I want to use for this, but confusing is not the right word, because I'm not confused by it. I'm more intrigued by it more than anything. But the interpretation of this, perhaps, it's almost, I mean, I think I've got a few things on the of what he was aiming at, but again, I said at the beginning, it is so what Jam says can be taken so many different ways, and these tracks that I've done, I could be so friggin' wrong or so right. I have no idea. We're somewhere in the middle, right sometimes, wrong the other times. I'm sure of it. But this song here, man, it can be interpreted, I'm sure, dozens of ways. Amazing imagery. Again, he is a poet. I mean, he's a hell of an MC, don't get me wrong, and a great lyricist, but he's a poet first, and you can really tell that with the words and imagery, or the words that he chooses and the imagery that he's able to create. I'm gonna have to listen to this multiple more times, man, and really try to meditate down on this shit, man. Close my eyes, really get into it, and try to take it apart. I mean, I don't even if it even needs to be taken apart, but I mean, but just give it another few listens and really try to understand what he's saying. But hey, what can I say? I'm glad this won out today, man. I was having a little bit of a crazy day at work and stuff, and able to do this, take a few minutes off on my lunch break and just listen to this and really dive deep into one of the greatest minds in hip hop has ever seen, man. So appreciate this. This week we're gonna get into some Rhyme Asylum. Gonna get back to Two Coops, do that Pass the Mic song. Yeah, man, we have a great week coming up. I want to try to do a few We Got Next over the little while too. I have lots of people wanting to jump on that. So thanks for everyone for coming by, being part of this. I love each and every one of y'all. We're having so much fun. Let's do it again tomorrow. So until then, stay safe and be good to each other.